And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. John Bon Jovi, we got a show for you. Coming up on episode 192, how's one Philadelphia township decide to curb speeding? One New Jersey elementary school takes shit school dinners to a whole nother level. Kush is going to be talking about what happens when you kill a unicorn in this week's movie review, and much, much more. I'm Mike Fish, and as always, I'm joined by the main man from San Fran. It's the man himself, Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
Well, that's good, y'all. Kush Hayes here, coming to you. Episode 192?
Yep.
My God, 192 episodes
Just
of the
facts,
Waffle Box.
man.
It's the original Waffle Box. It's the best part of Wednesdays. You accept no substitutes. Coming to you all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60, 43 short weeks away, Mike Fish.
So close.
You'll love us because we do this, and we do this because we love you. Producer Lathan, are you in his house?
Howdy, fellas. Real quick, since Kush is talking about the movie Death of a Unicorn, and
Yes.
April 9th is actually National Unicorn Day, because why the fuck not? I thought I'd share some fun facts about unicorns that I found online. So first, the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland, which I think
Just the
says a
facts,
lot
man.
about the Scots. Also, according to 1800flowers.com, unicorns tend to have blue or purple eyes, and apparently they're solar-powered. The fact that a solar-powered animal is the national animal of Scotland, a country notorious for having miserable weather 364 days of the year, is just fucking hilariously delightful.
Just the facts,
Yeah, he's
man.
not wrong.
Good fun fact.
He's not wrong. I didn't know any of that, but if it's true, yes.
Who just, because I appreciate unicorns are mythical creatures,
Mhm.
which means they're not real. Who does that? Why? I guess why not? Yeah, they're solar powered. Yeah. They
So what do we
shit
call
clear
that horse-shaped animal that does have a horn coming out of its head? Because those things do exist.
a unicorn?
It was so not so mythical.
Oh.
Then.
Oh, what are you thinking? Oh, you're not thinking of the sea animal with the
No, that's a narwhal.
narwhal.
That's a whale with a unicorn horn. No, like I swear to God, maybe I was just stoned and watching something on TV then, but I'm positive I've seen a unicorn in real life.
Was you watching Anchorman and that scene, that dream sequence where they're both riding unicorns? I friggin' love you.
Probably not.
No,
I mean, I've seen Anchorman, but that's probably not what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What have you been up to, Kush, in this wild, crazy world that we live in?
Oh my God. I spent the weekend working the Giants' home opening series against the Seattle Mariners. We swept the Mariners. Yay.
Nice.
We took first place from the Dodgers. Double yay. However, a gentleman on the Mariners named Victor Robles destroyed his arm
Oh,
trying to make a catch in the outfield. Like, I didn't see it happen. I was in a corridor or whatever, and I just heard the entire crowd go like, "Oh!" And then
That's not good.
you have to look up replays and whatever. But my man, someone popped a fly out to right field, and Mr. Robles runs, catches it, and then falls into a net. Why is there a net there, Mike Fish, to keep pop flies from hitting the fans in the skull and causing lawsuits for the Giants? Well, I guess there's going to be a first for everything. But yeah, it's unclear as of Monday morning whether the gentleman hurt his wrist, his arm, or his shoulder. But he was out there on that field long enough, dude. I saw them drive up to him, and that man was in pain. Like, we're not making fun of this. That dude's career might be in jeopardy right now. I feel terrible for him.
It happens a lot. I
Victor,
remember Aaron Judge did his foot in when he ran into a chain link fence.
oh geez,
have,
I don't know.
just have cotton wool out there. Just have like clouds.
Wow. No, I don't know what that's about. But anyways, Victor Robles, we hope you have a speedy recovery and come back soon.
Just don't play good against the Yankees. What have I been up to? Oh, I went out for dinner the other night, and it was one of those fancy restaurants. And do you know, like, what's that, where they have like 6 sections of their menu, and they suggest that you pick one dish from every section of the to get a full dining experience at this restaurant. And like everything on the fucking menu is like $20 to $30.
No,
And it's like
that
one
place,
thing, don't get me wrong, the food it tasted good. It was good,
Better be.
tasted fine. But it was one of those places where, like you pick, oh, I'll pick this dish. It was like a wood-fired sweet potatoes, and it
Okay.
was $24.
Oh, jeez.
And when it came out, it was literally looked like two dehydrated sweet potatoes
Oh, it's just too that
with a little bit of fancy sauce drizzled on it.
hmm
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Some pine needles. They're supposed to give it flavor.
I learned that I'm not built for fine dining. I was all I could be thinking was like, I could have got 2 Big Macs for this price. What the fuck? I'm a simple man. I'm a simple kind of man. So yeah, that's my weekend. A lot of money on a little bit of food, and it made me a sad panda. But there you go.
Oh, adulting sucks.
Does, but I don't think that was a thing. It was my life choice. I just
Okay.
ended up regretting that said life choice. Who hasn't been there?
Who has not?
Hey, also big thing. Oh, White Lotus. Oh, they had their season finale. That was in the news.
All
Did
right.
you watch
How's that
it?
treating? I haven't seen any of it.
Ah, spoiler alert, they all die at the end.
Really?
I haven't watched the
Oh,
fucking
okay.
episode. I just heard some people talking about White Lotus, White Lotus, oh, White Lotus.
Yeah.
So I figured, have a bit of
It's
fun.
apparently been around for 3 seasons, and I was like, really? Yeah. So I've the lore about the making of the show feels more interesting than the show itself. But that's not a fair statement because I have, again, not seen the show.
I'm sure it's shit. But there you go. Just give me Daredevil. We've been watching Daredevil on
I've been watching
Disney
Daredevil.
Plus.
Daredevil's, yeah, still strong. There's still the one bank episode that I didn't care for, but so far so good. Yeah.
I
We
think I'm
got
like
what,
7
2
episodes out.
left?
I think there's 7 episodes out right now,
Yeah.
and I'm 4 deep.
Oh, you're only 4 into this.
I'm only 4
Okay.
deep.
Okay. Well, you got a ways to go then.
Yeah. Well, we just finally saw Punisher.
Okay. Okay.
Where I don't want to,
know
just
how
in
much of
case
a spoiler
anyone,
this is,
yeah, I
but
don't want to spoil it just in case. But that scene where it's not Daredevil because he's not in his disguise. It's what's his face? What's his name? What's
Matt
his real
Murdock.
name? Matt Murdock. Where Matt Murdock meets Frank Punisher guy,
Frank
Frank Castle,
Mhm.
and they have it's. I don't want to spoil it, but that scene was cinema to me, Kush. That was a great goddamn scene.
Those guys usually put on a good scene together. Like again, Daredevil season 2. Like yeah, that was some strong stuff from the Netflix era.
It still stands up, as we've mentioned before. It's probably that and the Punisher, and maybe
I didn't care for the actual Punisher series.
What? I fucking loved it.
It was very violent, but I felt like it was violence for the sake of violence, and then felt too political for some reason. Like I don't. Maybe the Surf Squad's just like it's supposed to be political, Kush. Like I don't know, is it? Maybe I'm off there, but it was not for me. It wasn't as bad as like Iron Dragon, Iron Fist. Like that was bad. That was just bad.
Iron Fist sounds like something you get in Bangkok.
Probably could.
For $5. Anyway, before we get down a rabbit hole that maybe we can't want to get out of, shall we get into this week's top stories, Kush?
It'd probably be better if we did.
It's been a crazy week on this spinning rock that we call Earth. So, producer Lathan, if you could, hit the music. It's now time for this week's TPD Top Stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
A buddy of mine at work was like talking about how he's trying to find a podcast to listen to when he goes to bed at night.
Okay.
And I was like, motherfucker, you know I have a podcast. Why don't you listen to my podcast? And his words were the topics you talk about aren't exactly helping me get to sleep, which was kind of like a compliment and an insult at the same time.
A backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Does that
But
mean
it means he wants to stay awake for the whole show. So,
okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
that's how I'm taking
I'll take
it.
that.
Yeah, that's how I'm taking it. No follow-up questions. Right. Road safety. We all care about road safety. We don't want
Indeed.
innocent people dying and things like
No.
that. Because traffic accidents, they cost lives, not only of the drivers, pedestrians, bicyclists, also like weaving in and out. They can get hurt. So there are many ways in which we have, created to reduce the risk of traffic accidents. One of the main things is speed limits. Speed limits have been introduced into all of our roads, and to help curb those things. But one township, named Montgomery Township, excellent. That's how I can think of Montgomery Township, has thought of another thing, because what they have done is introduced wavy lanes on their streets
4K.
because they think it's going to make people slow down. Because yes, if you don't want cars getting into accidents, what you need to do is enforce drivers to erratically drive from left to right, weaving in and out. What's the worst that could happen? But yeah, so what they've done, if you have to look up a picture of this, they've literally, instead of the straight lanes that you have, they weave left to right. It's like an obstacle course
That's
that
gonna
they've
make
created.
people seasick.
Right? So yeah, Montgomery
How am I
Township.
supposed to drive drunk through this? What the fuck?
According to this article, despite the town's good intentions with this traffic calming measure, locals can't fathom how their community decided this would be a good solution. I think it's just one of those things where, it's towards the end of the fiscal year. We need to use up our budget, otherwise we won't get it again. So let's just fucking waste some money on extra paint and make it wavy. Many residents said that they were just ignoring the lines entirely and driving down the road like they always have. Others joked that the crew must have been drunk when painting the lines. And some residents even thought that the initiative was an early April Fool's joke that the township had been... But the township had to clarify that, yes, this is a legitimate precaution that has been put in place.
No, this is stupid. I'm looking at a photo of it right now. This is dumb, guys.
Yeah.
This is a waste of taxpayer money.
If anything, I feel that's going to cause, especially you
It's going to
shouldn't...
cause more accidents.
I think it's going to cause more accidents. Imagine trying to cross that street. Be like a game of Frogger.
Oh, fucking.
Is the crossing lane have to be slightly angled? I don't know how it fucking works. It's just fucking stupid. Someone's gonna fucking die. But then again, it is outside Philadelphia. They're all fucking crazy anyway. Is it gonna be the end of the world?
This was Philly, not Jersey. Like I copied that.
Yes, it's outside of
But still.
Philadelphia. And they're all silly gooses over there. Off to traffic.
Yeah, it's still stupid.
But we are now going to talk about New Jersey Kush right now.
Okay.
This one, I hope you haven't just recently eaten, because we're talking about school dinners right now. So unless you were one of the lucky ones who went to a fancy pantsy school dinners were a bit shit. Well, one New Jersey elementary school was caught actually serving shit.
Oh, no.
Yes. The school's janitor was recently sentenced to 8 years in jail after admitting he deliberately contaminated students' cafeteria food with feces and, quote, bodily fluids.
What's wrong with you monsters?
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Unfortunately, they do.
No.
Best dramatic pause in cinema. The guy named Giovanni Impellizzeri, 27 years old, a self-identified Satanist. That's a good start. Who claimed to be doing the devil's work, pleaded guilty to second-degree official misconduct and third-degree possession of child sexual abuse material. Wait, what? Record scratch.
Yeah, right.
The former janitor was caught after police were told about footage of him performing sex acts on inanimate objects at the school in Bridgeton. I shouldn't be laughing. In Bridgeton, New Jersey. The janitor is reported to have coated kitchen utensils used in a cafeteria with his saliva, urine, and feces. Like,
What the fuck is wrong with people?
I'm no Satanist, so I can't,
That's good.
even though the current backdrop, if you are watching the YouTube version, does kind of make me look like I am coming live from
It looks
hell.
like you're in a toaster oven.
Oh, I wish. It's fucking cold in New Jersey today. But the devil, apparently, allegedly, I've never heard, his side of the story, but allegedly he's a bad guy. He likes evil things. I just think he's got bigger fish to fry than, hey, see that school in New Jersey? Wipe the frying pan on your ass. Fucking hilarious. Also, what inanimate objects is he fucking? That's what I want to know.
What isn't he fucking probably?
Is it Henry? Henry the Hoover? Oh,
I'm sure the Hoover and the Dremel and whatever else has got a brand name associated with it.
but thankfully, even though he did get 8 years in jail, his lawyer, who spoke to the media, claimed that the Satanists who fed children shit and bodily fluids, fucked inanimate objects, and also had possession of child sexual abuse material was, quote, not a bad person. So, phew, glad we got that cleared up. Like, how does
that could have been awkward?
Yeah. Like, these lawyers, fucking hell. Like, I appreciate sometimes, you gotta earn that money. You gotta get that check. So sometimes I'm sure if you're a public defender, you have to defend some bad people from time to time. But once they're in jail, just be like, ugh, just do my job. But yeah, fucking hell, he was a piece of work, wasn't he? Fuck me. What, can they not do that? I'm sure they can. Is there like a lawyer, like a doctor patient confidentiality? Does that same lawyers like after the case is finished?
Yes.
Even after the case, they can't be like, I was lying through my teeth. That guy was fucking nuts.
That's so there's a thing called double jeopardy where you cannot be charged for the same crime twice. Now, I mean, you murder one person, then you get to murder a second person. No, you let's just say, Mike, you murdered somebody, but none of the evidence added up, and you were an innocent man, free to go, and you're just down at the pub having a cold one. And then all of a sudden, they actually find the evidence that would put you guilty. They can't recharge you. There's no extra trial. There's no like, oopsie, what are you doing on Monday?
Also,
our face red.
The plot of a very terrible movie back in the day. Did you ever watch that movie, Double Jeopardy?
Oh yeah, with Ashley Judd.
It was the one where like she got sentenced to prison for murdering her husband, but her husband faked his own death, and so because of the double jeopardy rule, she was like, I've carte blanche, I can fucking murder this guy.
Oh yeah, I don't think.
Which I don't think that's how it works.
No. You cannot be charged for the same crime on the same day at that same time. Like, but if you try and murder that guy again, that's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, but I guess
that's stupid.
Hollywood, huh? Lamestream media lying to us about double jeopardy.
How great would it be if she succeeded and then the cops was like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? This is double jeopardy." He was like, "No, bitch. I don't know who you've been talking to."
This was America. Shut up, South Park. Finally, we go to England in Lincolnshire, or as Americans like to pronounce it, Lincolnshire. You love to pronounce every syllable. I'm proud of you. I don't know about you, Kush, but my family has often said that they see my grandfather in me.
Okay.
They can see, you know what I mean? They can see.
I understand.
Well, one child in Lincolnshire now actually does have his grandfather in him. After the 1-year-old was caught eating his grandpa's ashes by his mother.
Oh, fun.
So the story goes, right? So apparently the ashes were in an urn
Sure.
on like the top of the fireplace, the mantelpiece, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's where they normally are.
And she claims that she was taking a dump. And then
Okay. Yeah.
after she was taking a dump, she was doing some laundry.
Mhm.
And then she discovered the child eating the ashes out of the urn, which
Mhm.
sounds to me like she like made it apparently like a very funny, light-hearted TikTok video. Sounds like to me she is a terrible mother because she left that child away alone for far too long. And the fucker, how did he get up there?
Kids are
Was this kind of
resilient, dude.
fucking Who
Especially at
Framed
that
Roger
age.
Rabbit kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of.
The crazy baby
I
who smokes
mean,
cigars?
you didn't, you never climbed a doorway when you were a single digit child? Yeah, I
But
mean, literally like hands and feet right here on the frame and just working your way all the way up, just testing your body strength, seeing how high you could go. I got all the way to the top.
and the pet cat hilariously trying to catch you because he doesn't want to get in trouble.
No cats in this story, unfortunately. No animals there. No, not 100% like Roger Rabbit, but I'm just saying, like, it's fucking crazy what kids can do when you don't watch them for 30 seconds, dude. And I'm talking the literal window of 30 seconds. You just turn around and they do crazy as shit.
That's why I
So
fucking hate
glad there's no
kids.
kids.
Yeah. Thankfully, for the child, didn't suffer any adverse effects from his, I love alliteration, from his macabre meal. Oh.
You boo.
When his mother asked doctors for advice, they said just to give him plenty of water and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the mother has learned to see the funny side, quipping, quote, he never met his grandfather, but now they'll always be together. Oh,
For the next 24 hours at least. Yeah. No, parents are weird too. Like if the kid survives, it's funny. That's all that matters. Um, my cousin and his wife, they got kids. The oldest one's 21 now, which is also fucking crazy. But when she was two, they tried to team her up with another friend's kid, and those two did not get along so far to the point where the friend's kid ended up smacking the child in question in the face with a broom. You know, one of those little tiny sweep up off the floor brooms.
yep.
Anyway, yeah, smacked her in the face. And then when I reminded of it about like five years later, they both went into hysterics. Their kid gets concussed, and then 5 years they're like, that little bitch probably had it coming. Like, that's just parents as people, kids as people, people's is
I
assholes.
mean, did he die?
No,
Oh, well, there you
and
go.
that's what I'm talking about. That's they can laugh about that shit because no one did. Not the
Concussion,
stupidest thing that happened.
conschmussion. That's what I say.
I doubt she had a concussion either, but you know what I'm saying. It's just that good alliteration.
With an attitude like
So,
that, I should be an NFL doctor. Oosh. You'll be fine. Get out there, kid.
yeah, take a couple of these, and then don't tell nobody.
This reminds me of a friend of mine. He wanted me to promise that if he dies before I do and he gets cremated, he wants me to snort a line of his ashes.
Okay. Yeah.
I said I'd do it.
Good.
I won't. I won't.
Oh, you won't? That's dying
Nah,
man's wish, though.
You have no idea. He'll be dead. So I'll just say, yeah. Don't worry, buddy. I got you.
As
Best.
hard as this may to believe, especially with a schnoz like mine, I'm not into inhalants. But if you agree to it, you need to own up to that. Wow, that's my 2 cents on it. However, yeah, that takes me back to when I picked up some of the Oakland Coliseum. Like I kind of
Are you gonna snort some soil?
not here on camera and not personally, but I was just like, I bet there are people in Oakland snorting up the Coliseum.
Probably.
But it'll still give you you probably won't like it, but it'll still give you a head rush. It's just dirt shooting right into your brain. Like
Doesn't sound good.
no, neither is the cocaine. So,
True.
but that is what it does. It just shoots to your brain.
Does that mean you've got a dirty mind? Oh,
Yeah, Mike, that's good. You aren't even drinking tonight. That's pretty great.
I am actually drinking. I've got
Oh,
Got some rum and
Okay.
coke.
Okay, well, it's still early, but yeah, that was a fire joke, dude.
It's not early. I'm fucking on fumes right now. It's
You poor bastard.
currently 9:20 p.m. here on the East Coast.
Sure, sure.
I've been up since 5:30
Respect.
a.m.
Yeah, I
Fucking
understand.
worked a 10-hour shift, and here I am like a goddamn trooper drinking. Because what
I
else you
had
gonna
that
fucking do?
same day on Friday. Yeah, the home opener started early, didn't get out till pretty late, like 9 o'clock. We even went
Well,
extra innings. That was crazy.
you was probably working harder than I was. I was just counting bottles of alcohol and
Once
weighing kegs.
once all my labor had been done and my duties were no longer necessary, I had a lot of downtime. I just sat in the corner, lowered my hat, and tried not to snore for a couple innings. And it was fantastic.
Marvelous.
Oh, so lucky. I have the best job ever.
Just remind you. So today, yeah, part every beginning of the week, I have to do inventory at work, and part of that is weighing kegs. So
Oh
so we
God.
work out how much alcohol is still in the keg, right?
Hmm.
Have you
You
ever
sh
had that situation where you go to pick something up, and in your brain, this is a little bit heavy, and then you go to pick it up, and it's super light, and you kind of almost
Oh,
like launch it across the fucking room?
yes. I've done that. Or fall, you lose your balance and almost fall over yourself because that's how you were expecting it to be super duper heavy and just whoop. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've
some of these
also
kegs, when full, are like 162 pounds.
I don't know how you do that, dude, honestly. And
I don't
I've
even.
manually labor. I don't know how you do that.
So one of these, I went to grab it, and I guess it was like this close. And for those listeners to the audio version, my fingers are very close together. This
Mhm.
close to being
Millimeters.
tapped. So there's like hardly anything in it. And so
Yeah.
I prepped myself, I juiced myself up, and I just picked it up and I almost threw it across the fucking.
Those tins aren't light either. Like, I mean, they're lighter,
Well,
obviously, without
once you've
any.
been lifting like one that's like 120 pounds, one's 140 pounds. Once you get
Mhm.
to a 30-pound keg,
Yeah, yeah.
it's pretty fucking easy. Just whoosh.
Yeah. I haven't had to pick up a keg in at least 15 years, 17 years maybe. It's been a long time since we had a kegger at the house. But yeah, dude, like so you already know that like you said, the keg is 162 pounds. So that fucking thing is already heavy just to just get off the ground. Forget like levitating it. Um, but then once you actually did put a dent into it, then it's just like, oh my God, I feel like I could lift two of these things.
Like
Well, no,
Superman.
you cannot. But yeah. You know what the most disappointing thing about throwing a kegger is? And hopefully this
Um,
is a rarity. It is at the very next day, finding out you didn't put a dent into it. Everybody was drinking beer. Everybody was being very liberal with their portions. And that thing is still 152 pounds or whatever it is. Like, you're just like, what the fuck? I gotta return this thing now. Like, how? Oh no.
they hold a lot of beer.
Yes.
But yeah, the real master stroke, the test of strength, is when you're trying to make the most of limited space and you have to
Mhm.
stack two kegs on top of each other.
Oh no. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Tell me you're doing that with like help. Like two people are
No,
helping you with that? You're
I'm
doing
just
that?
lifting straight from the knees, baby.
Jesus Christ. Seriously.
I know, right? And this
That's
is
fucking
I
phenomenal, honestly. Like, I'm not making
I
fun of
don't
you, dude.
want to
That's amazing.
brag,
You should.
but I
I
weigh
can't
like
do
so
that.
I weighed myself today. I know it's not just pure weight, it's muscles. I'm 126
Okay.
and I'm just lifting 160 kegs like nothing. I should be on the world's strongest man because pound for pound, I might be pretty good.
Dude, I would watch. I'd be
Do you
there. I'd
imagine?
have a little mic pennant. Like, yeah, no, I
It's like
I
always
can't do
like
that.
Sven Magnusson from Sweden and Strong Borenson from Norway, and then up steps this skinny cunt from London. Hello, I'm here to lift some stones. Oh, you're a big
Well,
boy, aren't you?
you not only would you make headlines, but they'd be supplying with a lot of cups to piss and like this kid's on something.
I would be the ray gun of World's Strongest Man competitions.
Ooh. You're probably a better dancer than her.
Goddamn right I am.
Oh.
So there you go. Anyway, to get my 15 minutes of fame. So there you go. Where did we get from that? From some kid eating grandpa's ashes? I have no idea.
We were talking
there
about snorting up the Coliseum, and then we
it
totally went off.
It all circles back to cocaine, of course it does. But there you go. So Philadelphia and their wavy roads haven't achieved anything. Giovanni Imperizzi, he's in jail, so he didn't achieve anything. This one little kid's gonna shit out his grandpa tomorrow, so he didn't achieve anything. I think it's about goddamn time we talk about some people that are achieving some things.
Yeah.
Out there in the great wide world, so much so that an Irish brewery is giving them a piece of paper with their name on it and going, good job, thanks for the money for flying us out here so we could watch you do some dumb shit. It's now time for this week's Dumb World Record of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I lie? Why?
Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
This week's Dumb World Record takes us to Canada. Oh, Canada, America's future 51st state. Not you, Puerto Rico, pipe down. We can't make money off of you. Mike Jack. It's a good name. It's a good, strong name. Mike Jack. Unless it's like, oh, I got a flat tire. What are you going to use? Mike Jack. Yeah, anyway. He is a Canadian YouTuber famous for his high tolerance for spice and hot food.
Okay.
Has broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to eat 25 Carolina Reaper chili peppers.
Oh my God.
Finally got a good use for that soundbite. For those that don't know, Carolina Reaper peppers have a Scoville measurement of 1.6 million.
Yikes.
Which compares to roughly 6,000 average jalapenos.
I one time bit into a habanero pepper. It wasn't the biggest pepper, and I definitely didn't complete the whole thing, but I remember it being one of the most miserable decisions I ever made. And I could not throw that fucking thing away quick enough.
Have you ever had shishito peppers?
Most likely not. Yeah, I
They're
don't do very well with the spices. For some reason, this Korean ramen I've been eating for the last 3 years, fantastic. But no.
If you ever go to a restaurant or a place that offers shishito peppers, they're basically they're shishito peppers, and then they char them or grill on the grill a little bit, and then they squeeze a bit of lemon juice on them, a bit of salt, and you just kind of eat them as you go. They're just like a little snack at the bar.
Okay. Yeah,
but they're the kind of peppers that you'll be like, yum 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 yum. Oh, this is nice. Yum yum yum. Oh, this is nice. Yum 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 yum. This is nice. And then just one randomly will fucking slap you in the face with how fucking hot it is. Like this is they're not all hot. Just randomly you'll get the fucking spicy one, and it'll catch you.
Nope.
It's like a Russian
not gonna
roulette.
catch me. I will not be there.
Let's do the math real quick. So 25 times 6 is 150.
Sounds right.
So this guy ate the equivalent of 150,000 jalapenos.
I mean, if the Scoville is 1.6 million,
yeah,
whatever, like I think it's just 1.6 million across the board. I don't think we added all up.
No. It's like that, I like to give perspective. You know how they like
Sure.
to, oh, well, yeah, he had so much dipping sauce, enough to fill 17 Olympic-sized swimming pools. What?
Mm-hmm.
How big's a swimming pool? I don't fucking know that reference. I always loved those weird measurements.
Well, they used to do that a lot on Man versus Food.
He traveled the distance of 25 jumbo jets. What?
Well, they did this one thing where they're like, we got this one pepper, and it's one, whatever the measurement was, Scoville. It's one Scoville, and then this one is 5 Scoville, and then this one is 25 Scoville, and we squeeze it all together. And like it just, at one point, they made some dipping sauce where it was like they just kept stacking. It was like, hey man, if that top pepper has 1,000 Scoville, it's not like you add the numbers together, and you just lose the flavor. It's just it's
that
like
point,
mixing
your tongue
Skittles
is just
and M&M's
ash.
together. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. But anyway, he ate 25 Carolina Reaper chili peppers in 4 minutes and 36 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
Suffice to say, even though he does love the heat, he did say that it was quite painful towards the end.
I bet. And in the end.
Yeah. Oh, I bet he'll be listening to Johnny Cash.
He's going to keep his bidet on super ice cold.
Oh, my ring of fire.
That was very fun.
Thank you. I'm on fire tonight. See, this is better.
You're killing it tonight, Mike.
I should keep drinking. So congratulations to Mike Jack of Canada for eating 25 Carolina Reaper chili peppers in 4 minutes 36 seconds. You are this week's. A winner is you. Still to come on episode 192 of the Waffle Box. This week's celebrity birthday, Blackjack, feel good story, Kush is talking about a movie about dead unicorns, and much, much, much more. Before we go, don't forget to hit us up on our phone number, 347-559-5227. That's 347-559-5227. We did hit on that. I know we've talked about this before on a previous episode of Waffle Box. Fun units of measurements, like we were talking about, it's enough to fill 17 Olympic-sized swimming pools, or this is 12 American... Yeah, this is why I'm talking about it. Why don't you send us your most fun unit of measurement? I was just trying to think of one. Like, what would be a good one? Like, I ran the distance of 20 sleeping giraffes. That's a good one.
There's that meme on Twitter, and I'm sure it's on all the other social networks, where it's like Americans will use any unit of measurement to avoid the metric system. And then someone replies, "You come within 3 humpback whales of that shit and say that to me again, motherfucker."
Boom. Fun. Let us know yours. Send us a text message, 347-559-5677, and we'll read them out if you do. But yeah, stick around. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Hey, friend. Fancy meeting you here at this undisclosed generic coffee shop location. You seem sad. What's the problem?
So you see that girl at the register? I think that I'm in love with her, but she just never seems to notice me.
Well, you know there's a simple solution to that problem, don't you?
Wait, really? What's that?
Wear a Waffle Box podcast shirt, of course. Once she sees you in one of those, she won't be able to resist you.
You think that'd really work?
I have no doubt. It's been scientifically proven by weirdos in white lab coats. Here, try this one on for size.
Oh my God. Is that a Waffle Box podcast shirt?
Yeah, it's a Waffle Box shirt. Do you like it?
Would you like to have, sex with me right now?
Whoa, that worked fast. How do I get more of these shirts?
Just go to enjoywafflebox.com/shop. That's enjoywafflebox.com/shop. Now can I have that shirt back? My 3 nipples are exposed and people are looking at me strange.
Place your bets. It's now time for birthday blackjack.
I also like to live dangerously.
Yes, welcome back to episode 192 of Waffle Box. It's now time for the April the 9th, National Unicorn Day. April 9th edition of Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. It's a game show that we play, and you can join along at home. Kush, for the year of 2025, you are currently 4 wins, 7 losses.
Over 50%, that's good.
Not too bad. For those of you who want to join us at home, simple celebrity game, Producer Lathan, please explain the rules.
Well, the rules to Celebrity Birthday Blackjack are pretty simple. Mike is going to name 5 celebrities that are celebrating their birthdays today, and all you have to do is guess how old they are now. Your score is based on your margin of error. For example, if the celebrity is 50 years old and you guess 53, you were 3 years out, so you score 3 points. If you're lucky enough to guess their age spot on, you get to deduct 5 points from your score. And to win, all you need to do is keep your score at 21 or below, hence why it's called Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Boom! Thank you, producer Levin. Kush?
It's me.
Are you ready to play this week's Celebrity Birthday Blackjack?
I'm ready.
Then let's kick it into gear. Number 1. Celebrity number 1, celebrating their birthday on April 9th, is an American musician that's going to take his horse down the Old Town Road. Mr. Lil Nas X.
Oh, okay.
Lil Nas X. I'm gonna take my horse down the road. Gonna ride it like ain't no more.
Yeah.
Copyright
I know
strike.
the name.
That
I'm
was
not
so
familiar with
good.
his catalog.
Copyright strike. It's a gift and a curse, my voice. How old's Lil Nas X?
I'm gonna say he's under 30, so I'll just say 29. I think he's a youngin' still.
29.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. X is 26 today. Not a
Okay,
bad guess.
My openings have been pretty good. They're like, well, aside from last
That's
week.
what she said.
So,
Gives you an opening score of 3. Not bad. You're not a bad opening. Indeed. Celebrity number 2.
Number 2.
Actor. And a man that looks like a Caucasian raisin. Mr. Dennis Quaid.
oh, that's he's up there in age. Dennis Quaid, brother to Randy Quaid. So,
Dennis Quaid is so, like, his face is so shriveled up. He looks like, you know those, like, wise old Asian women from anime?
Yes.
That are all, like, 3 foot tall?
Yes.
He looks like he has one of those faces.
Okay. I mean, he's up there in age. So,
well, how old is he?
I would say he's about 74.
74 is your guess.
74. Yes, please.
Wow, keeping the trend going, because you are 3 out. He's 71 today.
Oh, okay. That's exciting.
I know, right? It's amazing. Celebrity number 3.
Number 3.
Oh my god, is she Team Edward? Is she Team Jacob? Why is she so pale? From the Twilight Saga, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, probably hasn't been a thing for 15 years. Kristen Stewart's a very good actress, though. And, I'd like to see her in more stuff. I haven't seen one Twilight film.
No, me neither.
Okay. Yeah.
I watched all the fun facts.
Just the facts, ma'am.
So I have seen the Harry Potter movies.
Okay.
In which
is she in those?
No, but what's his face is in them? Who's the guy that's Pattinson?
Was Robert Pattinson in those?
Robert Pattinson is in a Harry Potter. I think he's in one.
A Harry Potter. Okay.
And if I remember,
now those I have all seen, but yeah.
He dies in it.
Oh, okay, most probably right on.
But then I think he comes back. I can't remember exactly. He comes back to life or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I joked around with someone saying this is Twilight prequel because that's Harry becomes a vampire.
Okay.
And they believe me. Bless them.
Okay. That must have been nice.
People. Yeah. Oh, to live in their world. Anyway, how old is Kristen Stewart?
She's still a youngin' herself. I'm going to say she's like 32.
She's still young in herself. 32?
32.
32. Guess what, Kush? You're 3 out again. She's 35.
Wow. Okay.
53. So currently after 3 celebrities, you are the German word for no. 9. 9. 9. Celebrity number 4.
Number 4.
Now I'm reading the description from Wikipedia for this celebrity.
Okay.
Businesswoman, writer, television personality, and, quote, queen of porn, Jenna Jameson. How old is Jenna Jameson?
That poor woman. Yeah, she's 54 years old, I want to say.
Whatever. Is it maybe because I'm getting old? But like they don't do porn stars like anymore. You know, like porn stars used to be like celebrities. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, you can thank OnlyFans and the rest of the internet for that.
I guess.
Like, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a good thing. I guess it means I got a bad chance of getting to heaven. But I could not name one porn star from the last 10 years.
From the last 10 years, isn't Mia? I would say Mia Khalifa's still in there.
Oh yeah, no, that's one. And
like, she would be like one of two maybe that was a star in the last 10 years.
Who is the one that she played? Who is the Republican woman from Alaska?
Oh yeah, I know you're.
Come on, you got it.
The actress is Lisa Ann.
Yes, she played her in like the Ende video, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're talking about Sarah Palin, the person, and Lisa Ann, the actress.
Boom. Okay, there we go. We got two. We're not bad. Look at us. We're still young. And still hip. Anyway, Jenna Jameson. How is Jenna Jameson? Your guess was 54?
Yes.
This is going to shock you, Kush.
Am I 3 out again?
You're 3 out again. She's 51 years old.
Okay.
So that gives you a nice bit of wiggle room.
Yeah.
Heading into the fifth
Can't wait to see
and final
this up.
Celebrity number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Moving from an actual porn star to one that just played a whore on TV. Miranda from Sex and the City. Miss Cynthia Nixon. How old is Cynthia Nixon?
Did Cynthia Nixon play a whore on TV?
It's her character from Sex and the City. It's just
Oh, I think you're mistaking her for the chick from Mannequin. But that's okay. That's okay.
No, they were all whores on Sex and the City.
They all enjoyed sex. That is
Hoist.
They're a very sex.
Look at that hoist. So he hoist.
Cynthia Nixon, the redhead. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while.
She needs a bit of more meat on her bones. I don't know if there's a backstory of that. I don't want to make light of it just in case, it might be he does all the things around, but like a bit of minimum one. Give me a second to hold on to it, you know what I mean?
I got a feeling her wife keeps her on a strict diet. Having said that, Cynthia Nixon, I'm going to just shoot it at 50.
50?
Yeah, I think that's a nice round guess.
Wow. I can tell you right now, you are not 3 out on this one.
Oh. Okay.
Your guess was 50.
74. Yep, 5.
Miss Cynthia Nixon is 59 years old.
Wow.
Which means your final score is...
Ooh. Okay. Blackjack.
21.
You win. I'll take it. A win's a win.
Which means you are now 5 and 7. I think that might be the first time in Celebrity Birthday history you've hit 21 spot on.
I want to say we did it
I'm not
early.
fact checking that.
Yeah, I want to say we did that early. Surf Squad. You've been keeping track. Go to the Waffle Box wiki and tell me what my score was.
So there you go. Congratulations, Kush. You're now 5 and 7. Nice. If you are playing along at home, don't forget in the comment section below on YouTube, let us know your scores. Or if you are listening to the audio version, hit us up on Twitter at Waffle Box, at Blue Sky at Waffle Pod, or again, leave us a text message or voicemail at 347-559-577. But that does wrap up the April 9th edition of Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Right.
You don't seem that happy about winning.
No, I'm good.
I'm kind of disappointed by how underplaying this is. You know what I mean?
Well, I almost didn't win, so
No, well, you're a glass half full, empty kind of guy, right?
today
When
I'm
you
just like, yeah, well,
win, yeah, but almost lost.
that's
What if
today.
we won
Yeah.
the lottery? Would you be
You've
like,
seen me
oh,
spike
yeah, but I could
soda
have.
bottles after a strong win. So, hey man, I'm just taking it in stride. It's the season is still early. Whoa, this was game 12. I'm 5-7 now. Yeah, I've still got a ways to go.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
But now it's time to turn the show over to you, Kush.
Hmm.
Where you're going to do what you do best and talk about a movie in a segment that we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
Yeah.
Kush's Movie Review.
This week's Kush's Movie Review is Death of a Unicorn, written and directed by Alex Schwaffman, starring Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, and Richard E. Grant. Death of a Unicorn, based on what I read on the plot section of its Wikipedia page, is what happens when you're suffering from a 105-degree fever dream whilst you're tripping on psychedelic mushrooms and decide, you know what, I should write a screenplay. Seriously, the fuck is this movie, Kush? Like, I was like, whoever who wrote the Wikipedia didn't do a great job, but I was reading along. It sounded like a movie. Have you ever talked to like a 5-year-old?
Yeah.
And you're like, tell me about your day. And it's like, well, then I did this, and then this guy said this, and then this guy said that, and then this happened, and then it's like reading. It's like, what the fuck? Is that accurate? What is this movie like?
We're talking Death of a Unicorn. It is rated R. I wouldn't say it's a hard R, but there's some blood spatter, both human and unicorn. Human blood is way more terrifying than the unicorn blood, but it is 1 hour and 47 minutes. Not the worst runtime we've ever had, obviously, but maybe we tightened things up. Like after a while, it was like, okay, we've established everyone here is awful. Let's go forward. Fucking hell. As Mike said, this is written and directed by Alex Sharfman, and this is his directorial feature debut and the first script he's gotten made into a feature-length movie. He's got some short stories and short films, but this is the first one he's done. He's been a producer for a while. He did a movie. It was one of the first movies Amazon released during the pandemic. That was a Selah and the Spades, which is about a girl just dealing with a black sorority in her first year in college. It was only okay, in my opinion. We did do a review of it on the Bosnet back in the day. I don't remember being very high on it though. So this is got a fantastic cast. I know, Mike, you said what this is about. We're getting there. But Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, Anthony Corrigan. You might recognize him from the TV show Barry. He plays the bald guy without the eyebrows. Still bald, still missing eyebrows. Go figure. And then Richard E. Grant. Tay Leone is really nice to see again. Will Poulter, who's becoming quite a character actor. And then Sunita Mani. I totally butchered her name, but she was on the Glow TV series, and she was quite delightful in that. And it was good to see her in this too. Very fantastic cast. What is this about? Is Paul Rudd is a corporate lawyer. His presence is requested to come out to this spot in Canada to meet Richard Grant, who's on his deathbed, and they just want to get things in order for him and all that shit. But on the way there, they end up hitting a unicorn with the car, and they don't know what to do with it. Paul Rudd bludgeons it to death, thinking he's putting it out of its misery. They pack it up in the car. Why, I don't know, but then they drive off, and sure enough, they find out that this thing has some magical properties. Richard E. Grant, who was on his deathbed from stage 17 cancer, he's 17? Up and about, and he's throwing away his cane. I just made up a number.
Oh, okay.
The man is dying. That's the point, Mike. And all of a sudden, the corporate machine goes into effect. Like, we have a very limited number of this horse, of this unicorn, and we need to take as much of this horn, the blood, everything, and we need to start marketing this as a medical cure. By the way, this is all 20 minutes old, and they don't even know, like, is this good for them? Will there be repercussions? They're feeling great now, but will they be dead in like 5 hours? They don't know any of that stuff, but that doesn't matter. Will Poulter is actually snorting up unicorn horn when he's not mixing it with bourbon and other bitters. Just this movie goes off the rails. And then, of course, it turns out that the unicorn they hit with the car is a baby unicorn. So therefore, of course, mom and dad unicorn storm the palace. And it's just these people are trying to evade two unicorns that are on a murder spree. Look, in a world where we have been requesting new and original, something that isn't a sequel, something that isn't a reboot, something that isn't adapted from a comic book or a video game, this is it. This is A24 putting their money where their mouth is, and unfortunately, it doesn't land for me. It's a comedy. It's a dark comedy. Some people can classify it as a horror. There's some elements of horror, but I wouldn't call this a horror movie. I wouldn't even call it a horror comedy, but there's funny stuff. Again, everybody's a terrible human being except for Jenna Ortega, and even then, I just kind of don't like the bitch. I like the actress, but I don't like her character. I don't like any character in this movie. So I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know if I would recommend anyone see this in a theater, but I was way happier that I saw this over Minecraft. It doesn't have to be a burn. I don't know anything about Minecraft, and I didn't want to be surrounded by 500 children. Which, by the way, I didn't even know that this movie would have that great of an opening. We're not talking about Minecraft, though. Death of a Unicorn. Again, this is everything we asked for, and what we got, it didn't fire for me. So, A24, again, props to them. They put their money where their mouth is. They gave us something totally original. I wish I could give it a better review, but it's a low 3 out of 5. Again, great cast, fantastic premise. I like the visual effects because there's some psychedelic shit happening. I would like to see more of that. Also, my name is Kush Hayes. Go figure. But yeah, this was definitely not my favorite movie of the year. Not the worst movie by any means either. But I don't know what streaming service A24 is using these days, but I would wait for that. Oh, probably Prime, right?
Yeah. Let's go with that.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Death of a Unicorn, 3 out of 5. I wish it was better. It has a lot going for it, though.
Poor A24. I'm sure they're like, wait, what? We got a movie with Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega in? Oh, where do we sign?
I mean,
what the fuck is this shit?
A24 is the company that distributed the Front Room. That was that movie I told you about with Moesha Brandy, where
Right.
Brandy,
taking
care of the mother-in-law, and just bitches shitting all over the walls. Like, Death of a Unicorn is a goddamn Renaissance masterpiece compared to the Front Room. Okay, so like I think A24 is right where they want to be. I don't think they're disappointed with how the movie performed or what the critics. Lots of people are digging this. There are a lot of people who are enjoying this. I just wasn't one of them. So
Well, there you go. Death of a Unicorn, 3 out of 5. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, we want original movies. Yeah, enjoy this.
Well, there's always Minecraft too. So
yeah, that's original. Anyway, it's now time. I think we should end this show on a warm and fuzzy feels, shall we?
Oh, I would like that.
Yeah.
I would like that.
It's that time for this week's Feel Good Story of the week.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Look at that. Kush is like relaxing now. He's got his baseball cap backwards. He ain't gonna buck.
I'm doing a bop. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
He's trying to look cool. If he's trying to do your best Marky Mark impression.
I look like a hip hopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
It's the good vibrations. Feel it, feel it.
No, I could never be that handsome.
Anyway, let's talk about a man or a little boy called Hunter Blankenship. It's a good name. It's a good, strong name. Blankenship.
Sounds like a blue blood.
He is a 10-year-old from Clanton, Alabama,
Okay.
and is a young car-loving kid who has autism. One day he had to pick out a new pair of glasses and decide on a rainbow pattern simply because he thought they looked cool. Unfortunately, he was bullied by a local child for wearing rainbow glasses. And long story short, he called him like a homophobic slur. And even told him that he should kill himself.
That's just rude.
Yeah. Now, this poor lad, being autistic, I guess, took that.
Oh, and he's autistic? Come on.
He took that advice literally.
Oh, no.
And apparently, thankfully, his mother caught him with a knife. And she was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm going to kill myself. What do you think?" Fast forward, unfortunately, this 10-year-old is then admitted to the psychiatric section at a local children's hospital to try to help deal with this stuff that's going on. So his mother, who was like, "You know what? That was a pretty shitty altercation, a shitty experience.
Yeah, right.
I need to try to prove to my son that there's good people in this world and they're all not assholes, right?" So she's like, "Right, my son loves cars, trucks, like he just likes these things." So she went on her Facebook and was like, "Hey, if anyone knows anyone who owns like some fancy cars, like show cars and things like that, if you could swing by the house on this day, like the day he comes out of hospital, just so he can like take a look at your cars and stuff like that, it'll be really nice. It'll cheer him up, etc., etc." Now, Sergio Sanchez, the owner of a local Mexican restaurant, saw this and started reaching out to local car clubs. And long story short, the day that Hunter came out of hospital, car clubs from all over Alabama showed up, and outside they had to shut down a block because over 1,500 people showed up with their show cars just so Hunter could take a look at these cars.
Outside of hospital.
No, outside of the all the way from the house, stretching all the way down the block to the restaurant. It's like there's a picture, like it's just
they're gonna love that.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy. Also a nice little touch, I will say. Saw the video of like the news article or news coverage. A lot of the people who own the cars showed up wearing rainbow frames on their sunglasses. So,
okay.
Solidarity there.
Sure.
Hunter himself said he had a great day and was so happy to make so many new friends. Nice. And he now wears his colorful frames with pride, no longer ashamed.
Good.
Look at that.
Yeah,
it's
kids are fucking awful.
Oh, yeah. So shout out to Hunter and the 1,500 show car owners for all showing up and showing that not everyone's fucking shit in this world. That's a nice story to end it on. Kush! That wraps up another episode of Waffle Box. My God, 192 of them in the fucking books.
192.
I know we kind of dabbled in the conversation earlier, but streaming, podcast, music, anything you've stumbled across in the last 7 days? You want to shoot?
Go back into the Waffle Box archives. If you're just meeting us for the first time, go explore our our origin story. Go check out our origin story.
Let's you could listen to episode 1. That could be part of fun, I guess. You could go for that. But maybe we could just pick another episode. Go back to listen to episode 58. I have no idea what's up with that one. Shall we do that? Shall we have a look? What's
number 58?
What's the title of episode 58 of Waffle Box? Oh god, there's so many episodes in this goddamn show. Fucking, why do I do this? Why do I waste my life doing this? Anyway, I really enjoy this.
This is some hot pod.
Yeah, this is good content. What did I say? Episode 58?
58.
Yeah, the title of that was Nobody Cares About Your Kids.
Outstanding.
Published August 3rd, 2022. I have no idea about that, but there you go. But you was reviewing the movie Vengeance.
Oh?
Do you remember what that movie's about?
The Avengers?
No, Vengeance.
Oh, Vengeance. Vengeance. You know it? No, not off the top of my head. Sounds vengeful.
Vengeance movie 2022. Oh, it's a BJ Novak movie.
Oh yeah, no, I like that movie a lot. Yeah, that was a sleeper. It came and went.
There you go. Episode 58 from August 2022. Go back and listen to it. Nobody cares about your kids. I don't know the context of that still, but still, it made me laugh. But yeah, make sure you go to enjoywafflebox.com. Check out all the full archive, how you can support the show, enjoywafflebox.com/shop, where you can buy a t-shirt and help pay the bills. Sure should appreciate it.
That t-shirt's gonna get you laid.
Oh, good God, yes. But it's good enough for me. It's good enough for Kush. Lathan, anything finally you want to add?
As always, thanks for stopping by and checking out the show. Also, be on the lookout for my new movie, Death of a Minotaur, which will hopefully be hitting the big screens in 2028. It'll probably also star Paul Rudd, because I'll want a youthful-looking lead, and you know sex sells. Good night, everyone.
Until next time, take care of yourselves. And each other.
That's all, folks.
Play me off, Johnny.